Okay, now we're gonna talk about lesson 15.7, which are bisectors. Okay, now what we need to know about bisectors is that they actually divide in half. All right, now we have line bisectors, which what are they gonna be? They're going to divide a line in half, but they also find the midpoint. So what that happens is, what I'm trying to say is that the line bisectors are always going to find the midpoint of a line as well. Okay? So midpoint of a line. And of course, they're going to divide the line in half. How do we do that? All right, well, first thing we actually need to do is to take our ruler, and we need to have a line, of course. So I'm going to make a line this long, and I'm gonna call it KM. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna take my compass and I'm going to place it on K, but I'm going to open up the compass so that I'm able to pass half the line. It doesn't have to be exact. As far as you just pass half the line, it's okay. So I'm just gonna do it a little bit farther, and that's it. Now, do you wanna go all the way up here? It's fine. It's not gonna be wrong. It's just because I have a small compass, so if I'm trying to open it up way too much, it's just gonna be harder for me to actually deal with it. All right. So now I'm going to make a arc over here and an arc over here. I can actually do 2 arcs, or I can just draw half a circle. It's up to you. Both ways actually work. I'm gonna keep the same amplitude, and then I'm gonna be on M, which is the other ending of my segment. And then I'm gonna do the same half a circle, or just 2 arcs. Whatever you choose, it's okay. Then, of course, I'm going to mark with a light color. I'm pretty sure you're not able to see it. The 2 points of intersection between the middle, the semicircles, sorry. And so now I'm gonna take a different color. Could be black, it's okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a line through it. Now this line is the bisector. This is what we call the bisector of line of segment KM, okay? And that line over there is cutting in half, or divided in half, the line KM. Now that means I'm actually finding this point over here, the midpoint. And that midpoint, we usually give it a name. In this case, it could be N, right? And that is the exact point where I can tell KN is exact half of KM, and then NM is exact half of KM. So that's how you do it, okay? Now let's do an angle bisector. Well, an angle bisector, it's going to actually divide an angle in half. That's what it's gonna do. So first thing I need to do for sure, it's an angle. So I'm just gonna go ahead and draw an angle. I'm going to work with an angle that could be, you know what, I'm gonna do 2 different angles. I'm gonna work with an acute angle, and then I'm gonna work with an obtuse angle, so you know how to deal with both of them. So right now I'm gonna work with an angle of 40 degrees, you know, right here. And so this is my angle. Okay, and so I can say O and P. This is gonna be my angle right here. And what I'm gonna do is that I am going to place my compass on O. I'm gonna close it up a little bit, just because it's easier to deal with it for me. And then I'm gonna get a arc, right? That is gonna intersect with both rays. Now then, with the same amplitude on one intersection point, I'm going to place the compass, and then I'm gonna make a farther arc, all right? And then with the very same amplitude on the other point of intersection, I'm going to make the other arc. What that allows me to have is actually this point right here. And that point, I can just join it with O. And that, guys, is going to be the bisector of angle PON. I want to check? Sure, we can check. And once I check, there you go. You have 20 and 20 degrees in each one of the halves. So that's very good. Now let's do a obtuse angle. I'm gonna work with an angle of 120 degrees, which is probably one of the popular measures we know, right? So it's gonna be right here. And then we're gonna do it this way. How about S, T, and U? Okay, and then again, we're gonna place the, the compass here on S, and whatever amplitude you want to use, you're gonna do the arc. Now, with that same amplitude, I'm going to again step over here on the intersection point, and then I'm gonna go to the other intersection point, and I'm gonna make the other arc. So see, it's even easier to actually bisect an angle on an obtuse angle. It's very easy, because it's more clear. And that's it. You have your bisector right there. And then we're just gonna check it is 60 degrees. There you go, yay, it's 60 degrees. That easy.